Hello guys, welcome to another section of the A2 Library tutorial series. Actually, we are focusing on data analysis, and this short tutorial is going to cover the main difference between, let's say, total, like the overall total or subtotal. We are going to use a particular function that is a database function in Excel that we call it a subtotal. So that is the name. That is what we are going to explore, and we want to know the differences that exist between assuming finding the total sales of what we have over here. So and that of the subtotal. Now, the subtotal that you see over here is a database function in Excel. What we are trying to say is that what you see over here, this table or this information that includes records and that of fields. When we talk about records, we have information in our rows, and we also have fields that information in what columns. These are fields. So a collection of what records and what fields. Now, sometimes when you have a database like this, we have several database functions that you can use to manipulate data in this particular table or list. We have the dsum, we have the dcount, we have the daverage. We want to look at the subtotal. Okay. All right. Now, before we move into the subtotal and the, let's say, find the total of this for you to know the differences, let me just put this one into, yeah, so that you know the differences that exist between the two. So that's what we normally do. If you want to know the total sales, that is the sum function. Basically, you can just, so we have equal to, you have a sum, you have this, then this side we have the control shift to my down arrow, then we close this. All right. So you want to know the main difference between the actual sum function that we have, and the subtotal. Yeah, we want to know the difference. Okay. All right. Now, so this is what we have for the. Okay, let me put it at the top there so that it becomes clearer. So let me just so I have, let's say it's set. Oh, I'm looking at for. I'm the problem. Okay, so yes. So let me just insert another. All right. So what I have over here is say total sales. So that is the sum. Sum of total sales. Then we have the subtotal. All right. Now I'm going to explore this. So just have a look at something. So sum of total sales for this side. So we have equal to our sum function equals, yeah, sum function. You have this shift control down. That was my down arrow. So we have equal, so that is our figure. Loaded. Now let's check the subtotal. As I said earlier on, it's a database function. Okay. All right. So now we have equal to, we have SUB. That's what we have, the subtotal. Now we click on this to expand. Our function argument so that we can enter our various information that we have over here. Okay, so now you have the function num. Now it's saying that is the number 1 to 11 that specifies the summary function for the subtotal. Then we have the ref1 is saying that 1, 2, 2, 5, 4 ranges. So okay, so if you want to know what actually the function num represent, you can click on the help on this function, and when you do that, so let's digest the information. Let's digest that. So what do you, the function num, so at that particular field or that section, we are talking about, do you want to perform an average? Do you want to perform a count, maximum, minimum product, sum, or whatever? Now, at this point, we just want to perform what? The sum. We are comparing the subtotal in relation to sum, and the sum function, yes, that is not derived from the subtotal. You get it? Yeah. So we have a normal function that is sum, and we have sum function that can be derived from what? Subtotal. What we are trying to say is that it is mostly advisable to use the sum split of the subtotal than just using just a normal sum function, especially when you are dealing with a lot of data and an Excel table that looks like what? A database. And you get to know the reason why we are saying that. Okay, so if we are talking about sum, then we are talking about number 9. Okay, yeah, so we are talking about number 9. So we go back to our Excel, talking about number 9. So function number 9, it corresponds to what? Sum. Now the ref1 also represent when you look at this side, you can say that, okay, ranges, yeah. So we're talking about this side, or references. So we are saying that we have this control or shift control to the downside. We click on OK. All right. So we have the same amount over here. We have the same amount over here. That is, let me put that in accounting. Okay. All right. So the same value that we have over here, you can see that we have 1428320, 1428320. But what is the difference? Yes, what is the difference? Now, let's look at something over here. We are going to perform filtering. We're going to filter out some category and look at how the two values over here, like the two values, actually, this is the sum and this is the sum from the subtotal. Just look at their behavior, like how it responds to our filtering of data. Okay, so the category, assuming we are just interested. Let me deselect everything and I'm interested in advertising. Now let me click on OK. Oh, wow. Now just look at what we have over here. The sum function, the normal one is saying that we still have 1428320, but look at what we have over here. 37,250, 41,550, 34,250 will not sum up to what? 1428320. The normal sum function looks like static, but the sum that is actually derived from the database function known as the subtotal is dynamic. So as you filter out your categories, you realize that your subtotal over here adjusts to your filtering. Okay, yeah, so it's far better for you to use a sum function that is being gotten out from the database function known as the subtotal, especially when you are dealing with data records in tables like this, so that as you are filtering your values, your total sales or whatever, adjust to your filtering. Okay, all right. So that is it for this tutorial. That is the main differences of the normal sum function and the sum that is derived or that can be deduced from the database function. That is the word subtotal. All right. Thanks for watching this particular video. We have a lot of videos for you guys. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is AT Library. Have a nice day.